The time is 8 o'clock. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. I am Iri Ayomikunle Ike. Let's start the news with the headlines. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominates board members for NMDPRA, NUPRC and seeks Senate confirmation. NRS tells security agencies to brace for anti-tax unrest. And NGX market capitalization hit 100 trillion naira. Thank you so much for joining us on the news once again. We'll begin the news at 8 this morning talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he has written 2 letters to the Senate seeking for confirmation of 21 nominees for the boards of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. In the first letter, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominated Senator Magnus Abe to serve as the NUPRC board chair. And Senator Magnus Abe represented Rivers East in the Senate for 2 terms. Is a former NNPC board member and current chairman of the National Agency of the Great Green Wall. According to a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Nonuga, yesterday, had the nominees for the NUPRC board are Engineer Paul Yaru JZ, a former trade union Congress chairman in Kaduna State, and Sunday Adebayo Babalola, a former deputy director of the Department of Petroleum Resources, which was abolished by the PIA in 2021, among others. The executive chairman of the Nigeria Revenue Service, formerly the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mr. Zak Adedeji, has asked security agencies to be on alert over planned nationwide protest against the new tax law. It said, and I quote his statement, "I am using this time to call all the security agencies to be on alert." He made this known on a national TV channel, where he stressed that the reform was for the interest of the poor, but was being frustrated by some persons. He said these are the people that just want to frustrate the benefit of the reform. He warned that those pushing the anti-tax agitations are unpatriotic element determined to derail the country's fiscal reforms. Let's move away from that news now to the Nigerian Exchange Limited, as it recorded a major milestone yesterday as its market capitalization crossed 100 trillion naira mark for the first time. The data obtained from the Nigeria Exchange market showed that the total market capitalization closed at about 100 trillion naira, reflecting the sustained investor confidence and a strong performance across key sectors. The story underscores the growing depth of the Nigeria's capital market, driven by increased participation from both domestic and foreign investors, as well as price appreciation in several large capitalization stocks. And now we're talking about the US dollar inflow into Nigeria's official foreign exchange market as it fell sharply last week. The total dollar inflow into the Nigerian foreign exchange market got declined by 20.67% week on week. It's about $593 million US dollar, down from $748 million US dollar in the previous week. A research report published by Coronation Merchant Bank also revealed that the foreign portfolio inflow plunged significantly during the period. The report, however, indicated that the most significant pressure point came from the external segment, where foreign portfolio and direct investment deteriorated steeply. And the foreign portfolio investment inflow plunged by 72.91% to $46 million US dollar from $169 million US dollar a week earlier, while the foreign direct investment dropped by 81.87% to just $7 million US dollar compared with $38 million US dollar previously. And away from there now, let's take you to the north, where the Gombe state government has banned all scrap dealers in the state as part of its effort to strengthen security and regulate business activities. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Zubairu Umar, announced the decision yesterday, and the statement followed the Senate's expanded Security Council meeting chaired by Governor Inuwa Yahya. Mr. Umar said the ban was so necessary because there is no central union for scrap dealers. Security agencies have reported, as he said, the legal and suspicious activities linked to the business. He further added that multiple associations with different agenda make the regulation and monitoring difficult, and made a point that the ban will remain until dealers form a unified leadership. And from the north, let's move to the UK. In the UK now, the UK has introduced a new path to seize mobile phones and SIM cards from migrants entering illegally. The measures do not require arrest and marks a major escalation in an effort to curb small boat crossing. The UK Home Office said the new path takes effect yesterday at the Marston Processing Centre in Kent. Officials, as they will use them to gather intelligence on smuggling gangs organizing dangerous channel crossings. The technology at the centre will allow officers to download data directly from seized devices. Under the new rules, migrants may be asked to remove outer clothing to reveal hidden phones. In some cases, officials can check inside mouths for concealed SIM cards or devices. The National Crime Agency said intelligence could speed up investigations and help dismantle key smuggling networks. For move away from the UK now, back home, Airbus recorded the highest year-on-year seat capacity growth among the African airlines in December 2025, expanding its available seat by 53.4% compared with December 2024. The Nigerian carrier increased its seat capacity from about 285,470 seats in December 2024 to 437,974 seats in December 2025, and thus marked the strongest expansion among the continent's top airlines for the month. We're still talking on the news. The data was drawn from OAG's monthly airline data update for the African market for December 2025. And according to the OAG report, Airbus led all the airlines in Africa by growth rate in December 2025. Even though it ranked behind several larger carriers in absolute seat capacity. And beyond Airbus, Ryanair recorded the second highest growth, increasing its African seat capacity by 24.4% from 332,295 seats in December 2024 to 413,411 seats in December 2025. This was followed by Ethiopian Airlines, which expanded capacity by 14.1%, rising from 1 million seats to about 1.9 million seats, maintaining its position as the continent's largest airline by seats. And away from aviation news, the executive chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service, formerly the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mr. Zakadidiji, has asked security agencies to be on alert of a planned nationwide protest against the new law. We apologize about that if you're just joining us on the news. This is ConsumerHallaTV news at 8. Now we move away from there to Ogun State. In Ogun State, the Ogun State Commissioner for Housing, Jami Omoni, yesterday said the state government area of the state. He explained that the low-income housing unit will be jointly developed by the Ministry of Housing, Ogun State Housing Corporation, and the Ogun State Property and Investment Corporation. The commissioner added that the administration of Governor Dapo Abiodun had set a target of providing about 10,000 housing units for residents of the state, and had, in the last 6.5 years, delivered over 5,000 units, with a commitment to breach the deficit before the end of the administration in May 2027. And now let's move away from Ogun State and Lagos State. Let's talk about the sad news. As a fire outbreak happened yesterday, as it gutted an open recycling space and spread to nearby buildings along Pipeline Road off Ekuru Road, Abulegba, in Lagos State. The Controller General of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Services, Mrs. Margaret Adesheye, confirmed the incident in a statement. She said the distress call was received at about 8 p.m., reporting the incident at number 15 Pipeline Road. She said the fire outbreak yesterday gutted an open recycling space and spread to nearby buildings along the Pipeline Road off Ekoro Road, Abule Egba, Lagos State. Meanwhile, while delivering her remarks, she said the investigations showed that the fire started in an open space used for local recycling activities and operated by some individuals. She said one adult female suffered shock at the scene and was stabilized by emergency responders. According to a statement, no fatalities were recorded during the incident. And she said the firefighters eventually brought the fire under control, preventing its spread to adjoining properties. And she said investigations were ongoing to determine the exact cause of the outbreak. She also reaffirmed the agency's commitment to protect life and property and urged residents to comply strictly with fire safety regulations. Thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. Before we go this morning, a recap of the major headlines again. We told you President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominates the board members for NM, the PRA, and the NUPRC, and the President seeks the Senate's confirmation. And elsewhere, the NRS tells security agencies to brace for anti-tax unrest. And we also told you this morning that NGX market capitalization is about 100 trillion naira. Thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 8. I am Ire Ayomikole AK. For more updates, follow us on all our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscribe to YouTube channel ConsumerHallaTV. Good morning and bye for now.
Welcome back, consumers. It's my favorite day of the week, and you know what that means. It is Market Today on ConsumerHallaTV. As we all know, Market Today is a show where we explore different markets for the prices of different commodities. Today, we are back at Ile-Epo Market to check what's the latest prices of food items. Because if we are being honest, there is no party without jollof rice and Nigerian stew. My name is Uwoke Peace. Come with me. Let's see what Dirty December is saying in Ile-Epo Market. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I did fine.
Okay, so can you tell me your name?
My name is Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Ahmed Mohammed.
Okay. Ahmed, what do you sell in this market?
I did selling onions.
Onions.
Yes.
Okay. So Ahmed, can you tell me how much you sell the onions?
This one I did selling 1,000, I selling 800, 700, 215. This one I did selling 15, 1 to 1,000. I did sell it. I did buy back inside markets like I did buy 95,000.
Which market?
Inside this Ile-Epo market.
This Ile-Epo market. You buy inside this market, yes, and then you resell here. Okay. You buy it 95,000 for the big bag or for the small bag?
Big bag.
For the big bag.
Yes.
So how much do you buy the small bag, if at all you buy?
The small bag?
Yes. Or you don't buy the small bag at all?
Only big bag I buy.
It's only big bag that you buy. Okay. Ahmed, how long have you been selling in this market? How long have you been in this business?
If I buy like I buy 95,000, I see 120 or 125, 150 separate. I get my own like 20,000 inside, or 15,000, or 25, 30,000 separate seats.
Oh, okay. So that's how much you gain after reselling. Yes, okay. But how long have you been selling in this market? When did you start selling inside Ilekpo market?
Yeah.
When did you start selling? When did you start selling inside this market?
For under bridge.
Okay, you started from under bridge. Then when did you come here?
Okay, I come from Sokoto State. Abyss.
No. When you started to sell inside this market, which time you started to sell
okay,
inside?
Like how many years?
Yes, how many years?
I don't think like 4 years.
4 years. 4 years, and you've been selling onions inside this market. Okay, so let's say around May, June, July. What was the prices of onions? How much were you selling your onion by that time?
For that time?
Yes.
And the bought is like at the bought at 5,000, 40,000 with the buyer.
Wow.
For that time.
For that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the seller like 50,000, 55, 67 with the seller.
So what about this year? Let's say May, June of this year. How much did you sell
For
it?
November to December now. I will buy 95,000. At the seller 100, 110, 120.
Okay. But what of May?
May. That time I buy 60,000.
60,000.
Yes. At the sell it 70,000. 65 at the seller.
Okay.
70.
Okay, so what made the price go higher? Is it because of Christmas or it's just the economy?
It's because of Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes.
So because it's Christmas season, you added price.
Yes. After Christmas, it will come down.
It will come down. Yes. Okay. And how has sales been for you? How have you been selling? Are people coming? Are you getting customers? Is there markets?
Are they getting customer? And some people they come, that is not my customer.
Wow.
They come and buy. They buy 1 plate, 2 plates. I sell like 5 plates, 2 plates, any amount.
Okay. So is there any problem that you face inside this market that is affecting how you sell? Like, you get any problem with the inside this market now with the affect you?
Only our payments we pay inside this company is too higher with the inside this market.
So how much do you pay?
With the pay, me if I sell for you, I pay like 3,000.
3,000.
Yes, for this complex.
How much would you like it to be?
If I buy market today, I don't finish tomorrow. I pay like 7,000 inside this complex. The money is too much. The money is too much.
So Ahmed, if there was one thing you could tell the government to make this market better for you, what would you say?
I want this government to protect us to find the place where it is the sell market.
Okay, to help you with shops.
Yes. Okay. To help us to shop or place that you will go sell our markets. Okay. That is no problem. You go sell our money is no problem.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Ahmed. Hello, good morning.
Morning, ma.
Okay, so how are you today?
I'm fine, ma.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Musa Ibrahim Musa.
Okay. Musa, what do you sell in Ilekpo market?
I do sell tomato.
Only tomato?
Yes, ma.
Okay, so Musa, can you tell me how much you sell your tomato?
Yes, ma, I can tell you.
Okay.
This one they sell at 1,500. This one they sell at 1,000. That one they sell at 500.
So why is this one 500? Why is this one 1,000? Why is this one 1,500?
Because of if I sell, I want to get something.
Okay, it's not because maybe this one is big or it's small. It's because of the gain, of the profit you get from it. Okay.
This one big size, that one small size. This one lower size.
Okay. Alright. So, how long have you been in this market?
What do you say?
How long have you been in Ilekpo market? How long have you been selling here? When did you start selling here? How many years?
Just 1 year, ma.
1 year. Okay. So, when you started and now, compared to now, Do you think the price is higher or is it lower now? The prices of your tomato?
Yes, come highest, can lowest. Maybe today you can highest, maybe tomorrow you go low.
Okay. So the price is not stable. Okay. So Mohammed, where do you buy this tomato from?
From inside market.
You buy it inside market, then you come back here to resell. Okay. So how much do you buy a basket or a bag?
Now basket I buy.
Okay.
I buy 25,000.
25,000 naira. So how much do you gain from it after selling? Like what's your profit margin?
I can get 10,000, 8,000, maybe 12,000.
Okay.
At any something like that.
So do you think the price that you're selling now, is it going to be the same price you sell when it's Christmas period, or it will go higher?
Maybe if I sell 1,500, after I can sell 1,000.
Okay.
Because of market, they go, they come back.
Okay. So please tell me, is there any challenge that you face in this market? Is there any challenge that is affecting how you sell? Any problem inside this market that is affecting how you sell, how you buy, and then how you sell? Is there any problem that you face?
No any problems.
So you are okay with how this market is? You are comfortable in this market? Okay. So is there anything you could say to the government to make this market better for you?
Yes, it's better for me.
You like it like this?
I like it very well because of it. I get something I go solving my problems.
Okay. So this market has provided you an opportunity to be able to sell and solve your problems.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you don't have anything to tell the government to make this market better for you?
Yes, now this market is better for me because of if I no do this market, I know where I go see money. If they sell this market, I get money, I go solving my any problems.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so can you tell me your name?
My name is Khadijat Omomi, but popularly known as Cardi B.
Cardi B, I like that.
Call me at the market.
I like that. So Cardi B, what do you sell in this market?
I sell Indomie table, onions, chicken, oriental, hungry man, and I sell oil.
Okay, what type of oil?
Like Power Oil, Activa, Kings. Okay. I sell in 6 price.
Oh, okay. So you are a wholesaler?
Yeah.
Okay. Cardi B, how long have you been in this market?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years?
Yeah.
And this is the business you've basically been doing?
Of course.
Oh, that's so nice. So, can you tell me the prices of some of these items I sell?
Like I said, I sell in 6 price.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
This is 9,003 for the 6 price.
Okay.
This one is 10,300. 10,300.
Okay.
Why hungry man is 15,500.
Okay.
That's the amount I sell.
So that's how much you sell it for the wholesaler?
For the wholesaler.
Okay. So tell me,
but
why
if I want to sell for the retailer, I sell 9,500.
You sell 9,500?
In order for me not to spoil the market for the people I supply.
Okay. All right. I get that. So where do you buy this from? Are you a major distributor? Do you buy from company?
Yes,
or
of course I buy from company.
Okay.
This is multiple. I bought it from multiple.
Okay. So how much do you buy from them?
I think I bought it at the rate of 9,200.
9,200.
So we are just using 100 naira to supply.
Wow. So how has this business been profitable for you?
Very, very profitable. You know, like this, if I buy from the company, at the end of the month, I collect rebates.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. That's what we are eating. in this business.
I like that. Okay, so I want to ask, is there any challenge that you face in this market that affects how you sell, how you buy, how you sell?
No.
You're comfortable in this market?
Of course.
Okay. So currently you say you sell at the rate of
9,300 for wholesaler.
Yeah.
But I sell 9,500
For retailers.
Yes.
Okay. So is it the same price that you sell now that you sold it in May, June, July of this year?
Yes.
So the price has not gone up?
No.
So
Not
it's
at all.
stable?
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. So is there anything you would like the government to do for you in this market to make this space a better space for you?
The only thing I think we need is in this market is electricity.
Electricity.
That's all.
Okay. So how about Dirty December? How are you preparing for Dirty December? The prices of this thing, will they still go up? Are we looking at it to go up?
No. It's not going to go up.
So during the festive season, the prices will remain the same?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Cardi B.
You're welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay. So what is your name and what do you sell in Ilekpo market?
My name is Alam Jola. I'm a butcher from Ileko.
Okay, so you're a butcher in Ilekpo market. Okay. Can you tell me how you sell? How do you cut and sell this meat?
That one is a long story.
But just tell me the prices. Or there's no specific price.
You can see the one of 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and there's the one of 1,000. So anyhow you want it.
So it depends on the customer's preference. So whenever the customer comes here and they want to buy whatever they call for you, that's what you're going to sell to them.
Yes.
So where do you get your meat from? Where do you get it from?
About it.
From where?
About it.
Where is it at?
That's Okoba.
Okwaba. So how much do you buy there? Do you buy a full cow or half cow or?
There's the one of 1 million upward. And can say anyone you want to get. It depends on the money you have.
So how much do you usually buy?
I usually buy like one that I buy today is 450.
450,000.
Yes, for one.
So at the end of the day, how much are you expecting to make a return?
I can say any amount, 50,000, 100,000, any amount.
Do you think this business is profitable to you?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
So tell me, how long have you been selling in Ilekpo market?
This is like 2 years.
2 years. And you've basically been a butcher in this market.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 years ago compared to now, what do you think about the pricing? Do you think it has changed? The prices of meat, how you sell, how you buy?
It's changed a lot.
It has changed a lot.
A lot.
So how much do you buy then? How much do you sell then?
Like the one I bought like 450 today. Then it's like 300, 2 something. Like 280, 300. But now it's at home a lot.
Compared to May, June, July of this year, would you say the prices have changed too? Or is it the same thing?
Has changed.
So how much do you sell earlier this year? How much do you sell for earlier this year?
Earlier this year, like 200, 250. But now, we are in December time.
Yeah.
Everything will be cost. That's
So you're saying that the festive season has affected, the festive season will affect how you sell. What about after the festive season?
we enjoy the market.
The prices will come down?
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. So tell me, is there any challenge you face in this market that affects how you buy and how you sell?
There is.
Please tell me.
Look now, as I bought this one like 450 now.
Yeah.
Very similar. I can see like maybe when I sell it to me, I can shop like 50,000, 40,000, but sometimes I will see more than that.
So what do you think affects your profit margin?
It's the market.
The market. So the market, the price is not stable. Okay, tell me, if there was one thing you could say to the government to make this market better for you, what can the government do for you to make this market better?
Just to reduce everything, just to reduce everything. Everything is cost now. That's it. You have to reduce everything so that you can enjoy the market. That's it.
By the way, do you think you have a loyal customer base? People that buy from you constantly?
Yes.
And what you have?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes them come back? What keeps them coming back to you?
Because the market is not good. It's very, very okay. There are some that if you touch them like this, there will be water inside.
Okay.
Yes. But my own is not like that. The way I bought it, the way I sell it. But some you have to put water there before they bring it in. That's it.
So, do you feel like there is enough security around your business in this market?
Yes. There's enough security. A lot.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm cool, as you can see.
Yes. So, can you tell me your name, ma?
Oh, my name, don't let me put honorable. My name is Adesanya Adebola Comfort.
Okay. Mrs. Mrs. Adesanya. So, what are you here to do today in Ileko Market?
Actually, I'm here to buy some food stuff, and some other grocery.
Yeah. So, are you shopping for Christmas, or it's not your Christmas shopping?
Actually, it's not yet Christmas, but I'm shopping to put a smile into some indigent people.
Okay.
To give them something for Christmas, by which I'm organizing the program like on Friday. So that's why I'm here to buy some stuff for them, to give them as Christmas gift.
As Christmas gifts. Oh, that's so thoughtful of you. So, can you mention some of the food items you came to buy?
Like a bag of rice, bag of berry, then like Indomie, soap, and some other things, oil, like that. Those are the things.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Adesanya, what do you think about the market today, the pricing? Is it comfortable for you, or do you think the prices have gone so high?
Actually, we will say thank God for this seasoning. Some of the prices go down. Yeah, like rice, some of them go down, but some of increases. But at least we have a balanced scale of reference here, that at least if I cannot afford this, I can also afford that. Yes.
So how much do you get a bag of rice today?
That's 57.
57,000 naira.
Yes.
Is it foreign rice or local?
It's good. It's a foreign rice.
Foreign rice. So how constantly do you buy from Ileko Market?
Almost every day.
Almost every day?
Every day. Because this is the route I take to my house, so I usually buy. I just call my friend now. When she comes down, she also every day.
Every day?
Yes.
So let's talk about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, May, June, July. Compared to that period, comparing now to that period, do you think the prices have stabilized or have they gone higher?
Actually, I think the price comparing to the 3 months ago, this season the price comes down. It's affordable.
It's affordable right now.
Yes, right now it's affordable. Unlike 3 months, 4 months ago, it's affordable. It's affordable.
Okay, when we talk about Christmas shopping, when should the Ileko Market expect you for Christmas shopping?
Like basically like Saturday, because when you come like 24, 20, the price will rise. Our people, even though they buy it at the rate of 100 naira, they want to say because of the festive, they want to say it at the rate of 2,000. Yes. So definitely by Saturday I will come for before the prices increase.
Mrs. Comfort, do you have a favorite seller in this market? Someone that you constantly buy from?
Yes.
So what keeps you going back to them?
She's friendly.
Okay.
And she's a trust somebody. She was, because I could remember I left some goods with her. I didn't buy the goods from her and I left it. She kept it for me. There was a time that I bought goods from her. The money is not going, and she give me the goods until when the money comes. She now call me that she has seen the money. If it's other people, they will say they didn't see the money. I still have to pay. She left the market with me and trust me with the market.
So as a consumer, do you have anything that you want to say to the government to make, buying stuff from the markets more easier for you, cheaper for you? Is there anything you want to say to the government?
Yeah, actually, we have a lot to say to the government. Shey you understand? But for the fact that a Yoruba will say oúnjẹ ni ọ̀rẹ́ àwò, shey you understand? Without food, we cannot continue with day-to-day activity. So we want to appeal to the government to help us as much as possible. We know they cannot do it all. To help us as much as possible to make all the food item prices to come down to the level of the non-privileged, to the level of the indigent that cannot afford 3 square meals. Like what I'm doing, I've been saving the money since last year December, that I just want to do something for them. You understand? It's not as if I have the money, but I'm making myself go hungry to feed them as well. So if they can help us for them to be able at least 2 square meals in a day, if the price of the food are low, at the low cost, they'll be able to afford this. So we are begging the government of Nigeria, our honorable daddy Tinubu Ahmed Abimbola, that she should please help us to reduce the price of the food. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, ma.
You're welcome.
Yeah. To the consumer watching this, you have heard it all. We have toured Ile-Epo market and we have seen and heard the prices of the basic food items you'll be needing for this December season. You have also heard that it is very wise for you to shop early for this festive period. It is not over yet, but until the next time, you can catch us on ConsumerHallaTV on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. My name is Uwoke Peace, and this is Market Today on ConsumerHallaTV. Until the next time, bye for now.
My name is Tunde Olufowora. I'm the CEO of Bandai Communications. We are we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline. And I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline, and then it was to South Africa, and we landed in South Africa. And let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. and I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting about the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think we were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those, those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on, I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US. And of course, when I returned from US to Nigeria, we had to do, of course, there'll be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. The whole of that business economy all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, "We're really very sorry about this." He was giving us almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. "So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing." While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve it. They couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians. You need to hear how everybody was jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on a BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenience, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man, a British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left. I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. Our officer, our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel, wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I bought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what's the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, will have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking, my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Halla came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, So we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights, So our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria, all right? So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, So that's ConsumerHallaTV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first we call it the first complaint or consumer complaint resolution portal. When we started it about 10 years ago, or about 7 years ago, it became the first complaint resolution portal. We created it so that Nigerians can actually lodge complaint on that portal. We spent a lot of resources to build a very robust platform where today, if you have any complaint, about any brand, any leading brands in Nigeria, and you go on that platform, you can actually click, just a click, you can find the brand, you can actually lodge your complaint, and once you submit it, that complaint will be routed to that organization, and within 72 hours we will obtain feedback for you. We build it in such a way that we have connection to almost all the organizations, and it's been working. We've resolved several complaints for people without having to charge them any penny, because the idea is not to charge. So what we have done with ConsumerHallaTV is to take it to the next level. So we hope to change the narrative. We want to give the right direction. Nigeria has the largest consumer market in the world, with a population of over 220 million people. Why should we be the one that is suffering the most? Everywhere you turn to, it's as though Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. You're traveling, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government, because government is beginning to wake up, but there's still a lot to be done. And we believe that we can help to make, bring about those right changes. So we offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy. All right. We're not just an advocacy organization, but we offer advocacy. We have a legal team. We have lawyers that are registered on our platform, all right, that can also take up cases. Okay, so and we've taken up many cases like that, and won those cases. So ConsumerHalla is a platform to help consumers to. We're not fighting brands, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers, and also be beneficial to the brand. I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer. We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end, and yet they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country, none. People just wake up and fix prices. Look at the power. Government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers, we bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket, all right? For whatever reason, you take that product back to your house, and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from, and you say, Oga, this thing, you know what's going to tell you? Oga, na me make am. Let me make am now. That's why I buy am. meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money, because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I did a lot of, I went around, you know, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. You know, I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, you know, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, oh, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, oh, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the present iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. You know, oh, let me try this, let me just try and use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, you know, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! Ooh. The guy was raged. Then he goes, what just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? You know, I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack, there was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And they called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, you know, by the time he even called, you know, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where it was calling from and who was calling. He said, yeah, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, you know, didn't work. At the other hand, I could hear the voice, oh, we're so sorry. We're sorry about that. And they said, this is your address, yeah? Don't worry, we'll get you a replacement. All right. So my friend ended the call and dropped the. So I said, so what's going to happen? He said, don't worry yourself now. Shebi, we're here. They will bring a replacement. I said, they will bring a replacement. He said, yes. I said, they won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first. No, it can't be his fault now. Shebi, it's a brand new item that he bought. While we were still talking, in fact, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so. We had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watch this. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, you know, I heard him say, we're so sorry. So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch, so also apologize. I was so touched by that. Even a dispatch man was so trained, you know, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, okay, where is the other one that we gave to you, so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, can you interpret this to me? He said, here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I would do. So I'm just going to grab a lawyer and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe, will be forming part, that will be form part of that our overall vision, of creating a more caring world of consumers where businesses thrive. So, I think that we'll make our impact. We ask you to join us on this journey. ConsumerHallaTV will drive engagement. It will also be there to help to promote brands that are doing what is right. So we're not out to criticize any brand, rather we have to complement what the brands are doing, because there is no organization that or a business that was set up to fail. Nobody set up a business to fail. So there are just gaps that needs to be fixed. So together we can fix things, and together we believe that we will create the right story for consumers in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Perspective, the breakfast show on ConsumerHallaTV, where we talk about all pressing and burning issues making the rounds. I am Ire Ayo Mikule Eke, and today will be quite special because I'm not the only one on the conversation this morning. Kike, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Now, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Happy New Month.
Happy New Month.
All right.
Actually.
Okay. I'm sure you're ready for the conversation.
I am. This is my first time on Perspective.
All right. Good
Let's
then.
go.
Let's kickstart. On today's edition of Perspective, we'll be Meto Decal a bit, because we'll be looking into the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against the antimicrobial resistance. And the medical laboratory scientists are key players in AMR, beg your pardon. They use tests like microscopy, culture, and the susceptibility to test the identify pathogens, which are the bacterium, virus, or other microorganisms that can cause disease, and also to guide treatment and track the resistance patterns. This helps preserve the antibiotic effectiveness and protect the public health. Simple actions like seeking proper diagnosis and avoiding self-medication, which can make a big difference. And for more insight on the conversation this beautiful morning, we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, who will help us understand the importance of this conversation relating to our economy. It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Peters. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, then you look dap.
Thank you.
All right, are you ready for the conversation?
Definitely.
All right, good. Now let's get into it. What are the most common misconceptions about AMR, and how can we address them in Nigeria?
So the biggest one would be the common knowledge, which we are driven by at the start of the word, which is that every ailment, every sickness is malaria or typhoid.
Yeah.
So this belief has driven us to everyone being physicians of their own. You'll see a mother who sees a child, I have a headache, I feel hot, and just runs to the chemist,
yeah.
to not even the pharmacy.
The chemist, like we call in Nigeria.
A chemist, just the roadside shop to get medication, anti-malaria, antibiotics, to just get them treated. And once they feel that, okay, this person, the fever has broken, no more headache, they stop the medication. And according to World Health Organization, it is funny to say that wellness is well-being is not just absence of disease. It's not just when you don't feel well. It's the complete and wholesome physical, mental, and social well-being. There are some people, they don't feel hot, they don't have fever, but then they are sick. They are mentally sick. So if you not say that, okay, it's only when you have fever that you're sick, it's a fallacy. So the major misconception is the fact that we do not understand that well-being or wellness is far beyond just absence of these symptoms.
Okay.
There are many diseases that might have the same symptom. Take, for example, the common cold.
Yeah.
Influence caused by maybe influenza. And also look at, compare that with pneumonia. Bacterial pneumonia, though they do have the same catarrh, cough and all that, but then if you use antibiotics for what you can just treat with by just resting, because your body makeup has its own war machineries that fight these things, which are the white blood cells. So sometimes what we just need is rest, but then everything is malaria, typhoid. So I believe that with this understanding that not everything needs treatment first, and the right way, how do you know that your the cause of your car's fault if you don't take it to a mechanic to diagnose it?
Exactly.
So we just see ourselves just doing things just because we feel like it.
I think we even take care of our cars more than we take care of ourselves, because we all know that you cannot just open your bonnet and start, you know, going through it. But when it comes to our body, ourselves, which is actually the engine of life, we don't get to take care of it as much as we do other things in life. But before we continue on the conversation this morning, I want to actually understand what AMR is. You know, what is antimicrobial resistance? What causes them? And the facts that many Nigerians may be familiar of, oh, there is something that causes this particular thing, but they don't know what it is and how they can avoid it.
Okay. In simple terms, let's take, for example, someone comes to you and gives you a slap through this door. The next day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. The third day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. What would be your response? You might want to close the door to prevent that kind of assault. So antimicrobial resistance, in simple terms, is when the drug, which is the antibiotics, we use for bacteria, because antibiotics is for bacteria.
Okay.
So when you use antibiotics for a viral infection, it won't work. So antimicrobial resistance is this: the bacteria that does antibiotics, as opposed to kill, they grow resistant. They create some kind of shell wall against the antibiotics that is being used.
Okay.
So that is the simple concept of what antimicrobial resistance is. So that is how this happens. So the general knowledge is this. We've seen that, you see people say that, okay, staph aureus, if you have this thing, staph aureus, you hear that this thing very commonly. And then when you see someone with maybe UTI, when you see someone with, maybe some people even STIs. I've seen a lady when I was doing my service. She just she told me that she was having some kind of feeling, and she brought out an antibiotics, just the one that she has been using before, and she just takes one or two, and she sees that she's feeling better. She leaves it.
Yeah, they continue the medication. Yeah, they don't finish the medication.
But then the thing is this: when you use antibiotics as prophylaxis, that is, you use it as a preventive measure. Or you continuously
use it.
Yes, it creates some kind of the bacteria. It kills some of them, while it immunizes some of them.
Okay, it
empowers them, so that when you use that drug subsequently, it won't work for that.
For the one what you're targeting it for anymore.
Yeah.
So I get that. That means that it's in common terms, it has killed all the good bacteria that's supposed to protect you when you're using the particular drug.
Yes, there
Okay.
is that.
Okay.
There is that.
Okay.
And there is the fact that when you are supposed to use, this is how it works. When you use a medication, it goes through processes.
Okay.
Your liver breaks it down, releases the active part of that drug
Okay.
into your system, and then it is transported to that target cell
Where you're going to.
where it's needed.
Okay.
So what happens is that when you use that drug, and there's something we call bioavailability of the drug. So when you use that drug, it kills some of them, and that is why. And when it gets to a point, the availability of that drug in the system reduces,
Okay.
which is why some people will tell you use this drug twice in a day.
Oh, use
Because
once a day.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So because it is believed that after like 9 hours or 12 hours, the concentration of that drug
reduced.
has reduced.
Okay.
So you need to replenish it.
Okay.
So that the effect of the drug
would work,
would continue. And that is why they tell you that, okay, use this for 5 days.
Exactly, in limited time, not stay on it for the rest of your life.
So use this for 5 days, but then you see people say after 2 days they feel well
And they stop it. Yeah, especially with malaria drugs. Nigerians, we do that a lot.
All right, interesting. Mr. Oluwafemi, I love those analyses. They are LD and they are sharp. Now, let's look into this. How can the medical laboratory scientists collaborate with healthcare professionals to optimize antibiotic use and reduce AMR?
Well, that's a very lovely question. I think we are doing better now compared to some 10 years ago, because medical practice now is working towards even personalized medicine. And what do I mean by that? We've come to understand the importance of collaboration in the healthcare space, in the medical space, where we see the importance of the doctor, with the importance of the pharmacist, the importance of the nurse, the importance of the medical laboratory scientist.
Okay.
Some years ago, we do not have that. I could remember when during my training as a medical laboratory scientist, I went to a doctor in our clinic then, and I told him that, see, I've done tests, and I've seen that I have malaria. And the guy was like, who told you that? It's only it's testing that will tell you that you have malaria. I was like, what are you even saying? The only way you can confirm if you have an ailment is when you go through testing. And now, because you want to prove some kind of superiority complex, you're trying to talk me down. And at the end of that conversation, he was telling me that, do you know you can still go back and do medicine? I was like, that's even out of the point. But now we've come to understand the unique roles of each healthcare professional. So the role of the medical laboratory scientist is even beyond diagnosis. We even do surveillance.
Okay.
Because you cannot say that a drug is resistant except we tell you that it's resistant.
Oh.
Because in a climb like ours, 2 weeks ago, I was in a conference, a summit, Impact Africa Summit. And then they asked a question like, okay, how do you know the effectiveness of the drug and all that? And the first thing the physician said was that, see, the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about, when you see a drug not functioning, is that you've prescribed or you've used a fake drug.
There's that.
There's that.
There's that.
And there is drug resistance. So the first thing that comes to mind for a random physician who is not that deep is that maybe it's a fake drug. Let's try and get from another source. But then you cannot confirm that a drug is resistant if we have not told you that it's resistant. Because what we do in the lab is that we try to isolate the organism. We try to grow it in the lab. And then we test different drugs. We identify it that, okay, this is this, this is that. Then we try to test different drugs against that organism. And then we now track the one that is effective, the one that is not effective. We call it resistant drugs, and we now detect the ones that are sensitive.
So you're saying that it's not only antibiotics that can be resistant to somebody.
No.
There can be other drugs also that can be resistant to somebody, because I think in the last 3 years, antibiotics has been the forefront of conversations for medical practitioners about resistance, about how they will do surgeries for people and then they will try to treat some infections with antibiotics, and it doesn't work anymore. All because of the fact that the people, Nigerians, we tend to use a lot of antibiotics. I don't know who is prescribing it for us, but any little thing we are going to, just like a UTI you mentioned, most ladies will tell you, I'll use Flagyl 400 and then I'm good to go. You didn't go to the hospital to know whether you can use it. You didn't even know whether you can take injection for it, because a lot of people think infection is stereotype alone to sexually transmitted disease, whereas you can get UTI as a lady in a different form, but they don't know. Maybe they are shy to talk about that with their doctors. Maybe they don't want to be judged, because most of them will be like, why would I go to the hospital to go and tell a male doctor or a female doctor that I have? They'll be like, oh, maybe I am loose. Those are conversations that medical practitioners need to actually have with different people. They need to bring out this awareness that there's some illness that is not even associated to STI, but many people don't know that. We are, according to maybe research or statistics, is common for women to actually have infection. Maybe because of where you are using your toilet, maybe the water you are using. The first time I got a UTI infection, it was the water in where I served in Ibadan. It was a well water that I used, and I noticed it, and I'm like, I've never, something that I've never noticed that before. I've never had a change in my body like that. So I called my father. Like, Dad, this is like, okay, go to the hospital. Somebody told me, a friend of mine told me to use Flagyl 400. I've never heard of Flagyl as 400 milligrams. I only know the Flagyl, and that Flagyl that we even use for stopping poo. It's not even a right medication for stopping poo. So I don't use it anymore. But if I tell my mom now that you don't use Flagyl, she'll be like, that's what they used to stop poo. There's a particular medication for poo, for you to stop your poo, for stooling. That's not it, but she doesn't listen. So I called my father. Was like, no, go to the hospital, go and check what's wrong, because I just explained my symptoms to my friend, my female friend, and she was like, no, just use Flagyl, that's it. So maybe she has gotten it a lot of time, because that was the first time I was getting it. So I had to go to the hospital, and when I got, they were like, oh, buy a grapefruit or a grape wine, make sure you finish the whole bottle, and just come for 2 days medication, 2 days injection. And I went, and in that 2 days that was, and when I told her, I was like, are you sure it's gone? Because I treat mine sometimes for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, you can see the difference of someone that went to the hospital, and the doctor even explained to me that sometimes if you take a lot of grape, or what they call it, this grape juice, it tends to help your bladder release more, because you are forcing your pee, it's not coming out, but then your bladder is full, but because of the fact that you have a little bit of obstruction, that is the reason why. So just make sure you always take grape fruit, or I can't remember the name of but it tastes like grape. But I remember I took that Eva wine or something, that red one. That's what he recommended for, and I don't think he even gave me any medication. It was just those 2 days injections, and that was it. But for my friend, it was a different experience entirely. So it could be that for her now, maybe she's already getting that resistance that you are talking about. But how can you be on that Flagyl is very bitter. So I don't know how you're using it for a whole, and she's telling me 1 in the morning, 1 in the night. So you're telling me I'm going to use like 3 sachet for like, because I'm treating something. No, that's not going to work for it. So that's why I'm very particular about. It's not now just about antibiotics. There are also other medications that you can actually develop resistance for.
Yes, there are actually other resistance is resistant. It can be to a viral drug, it can be to many kind of medications, any kind. But the most common one has been
antibiotics.
Biotics.
Okay, because that's what is very common.
That is the most common one. And people just believe that if it has worked the first time, it will work the second time, which is not entirely true. The body has, take for example the UTI. The body has good microorganisms that actually protect you. But then when you use antibiotics indiscriminately, you kill them.
Those are the good bacteria I was talking about. Okay.
So you kill them, and then you allow for these bad microorganisms
to be playing ball.
All right, interesting. Mr. Olafemi, while making your analysis the other time, you made mention of the role of the laboratory and you made mention of surveillance. Now, let me ask you, can you please elaborate on the role of surveillance in tracking resistant patterns and informing public health policies?
So, like I said the other time, we've had a lot of policies around antimicrobial resistance, which has helped also in preserving and protecting higher burden on our healthcare system. Because currently, you will talk about brain drain. I saw a consultant, I think nephrologist, saying that in the current statistics for consultant nephrologists is 1 to 1, is it 1 million in Nigeria? Now imagine a situation whereby, and what happens when antimicrobial resistance occurs and we do not track it down now, is that it increased hospitalization rate. People will keep on coming back and coming back and coming back to treat the same thing. And it increases the burden on our healthcare system. The same time a doctor would used to attend to like other people, it will keep on using it to attend to same persons. So we see that, and then we've had the role of the medical laboratory scientists to help the physician track down and know how to make their treatments more effective. So, like I said the other time, you cannot know if a drug is resistant if we do not tell you that it's resistant. We are the ones that know the pattern. We see it from the lab that, okay, after a while, and that is the reason for data. We have our data. So we see it from pattern that, okay, over a while, and for example, we have MRSA, which is the methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, which is being tracked right now. That is the role of a medical laboratory scientist. So we see the pattern, we see the drugs that are being resistant to these things, and then we alert the policymakers that, see, these are the drugs that we've seen over time that is becoming resistant to this class of organisms. So it involves and it informs them of the kind of policies that can be taken to prevent these things. So in the National Action Plan it took effect from last year 2024 to 2028, over a 4 years period. There is the antimicrobial stewardship, which is a policy that promotes the prudent use of antibiotics in both man and animal. Do you know, shockingly, that one of the major contributors for drug resistance,
this particular question,
is from animal.
I want to ask you about agriculture, livestock.
That's
where my question is going to come from, because it's very, like, I'm aware of the fact that the medication they use in treating what we ingest can also cause a lot of antibiotic deposit in our body. So I wanted to ask you that, I wanted you to even explain in great detail how that's, because a lot of Nigerians consume chicken, beef, pork, you know, stuff like that. And these are the medication that these what will I say? Will I say the owners of this poultry, they don't even have the knowledge. It's not say they have a veterinary doctor that is taking care of their livestock. They just maybe let me just put antibiotics. Let me grind it into the water they are drinking. Let me do that, and then they are feeding these things. And for us consuming it also is depositing in our body. I wanted you to explain that for me. Those are one of the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so you see, we in this our country, we are used to, we believe so much in knowledge that we don't have. Some of us, we've turned ourselves to doctors, we've turned ourselves to veterinary doctors, we've turned ourselves to mechanics, we've turned ourselves to talk about anything.
Talk about trades.
So, and this is creating more harm than good. It is very right that antibiotic deposit comes from this livestock that we consume.
Yeah.
Talk about cows, chickens, and all that. So sometimes the antibiotics being used for this treatment in these poultries, sometimes they are used for prophylaxis. That means they don't see anything happening to those chicken or those birds or those.
Just before anything happens. Yeah, they do it every morning.
All that. And that puts the drug deposit in the meat that is produced from this livestock.
So no matter the cooking that you cook is still going to be there.
It's still going to be there. It's not an organism that dies by maybe you eat them, you subject them to high temperatures and all that. No, that doesn't happen.
So that means this particular drug doesn't have any effect, like negatively, because if they are giving
it does.
So no, I'm talking about the livestock, not us. Yeah, it does have a very, very bad effect on us, because that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the livestock because I'm wondering how an animal will be taking this thing, and then we, the last consumers of this thing, are going to be the ones suffering from it. So that means maybe it doesn't have any effect on the animals, or what? Why exactly are they giving the animals those things?
Drug resistance to happen in
animals.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
And what happens is that when we now consume this produce, we take these, we call them superbugs, because they've been exposed to these drugs over time, and they've built immunities against them. And that is one. And we have zoonotic diseases, which is from animals to humans.
Yeah.
So as it affects them, it affects us too.
Okay.
And that is where the role of policies come in. That is where it comes in.
All right, interesting. I know you're enjoying yourself on the conversation this morning on Perspective. We're discussing the crucial role of medical laboratory scientists in the fight of antimicrobial resistance, and we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we dissect and ponder better on this issue. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Please sip your coffee. We'll be right back.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV.
At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
We appreciate you for still staying there and watching Perspective on ConsumerHallaTV. This is where we have discussions about pressing issues and burning issues making the round. And on the conversation, we are having something important that it's crucial to talk about. That is the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Now let's get to it. What are the implications of AMR on Nigeria's healthcare system?
So when we talk about how this directly affect our healthcare system, one of the things we'll talk about is the effect of AMR, which is treatment failure. You notice that you keep on treating the same thing over and over again. And then this is increasing the burden on our healthcare system. So take for example, another topic is this typhoid thing. When people say that I have typhoid, and I have this thing, I have that, how do you know you have typhoid? Because before you have typhoid, the way you ingest salmonella is, have you taken any dirty water? How are you sure that? You can't even assert. If you have typhoid, you won't be the one to tell us you have typhoid. So you just say people just when they feel fever or they are pooing, they tell you that they have typhoid.
Or diarrhea.
Or diarrhea. which of course increases the burden, the healthcare burden we are faced with in the healthcare space. Where treatments now fail. We are now burdened with the fact that researchers will now have to look for new drug that can treat these infections.
All right, I love this conversation a lot because it has to do with the daily lives of we Nigerians 24/7. And now you've told us about the implications of AMR on the healthcare system in Nigeria. So what step can Nigerians take to prevent AMR? And how can we promote the awareness? Because she mentioned about the awareness earlier on and about responsible antibiotic use, because there is a whole lot of misuse outside there.
Yeah, that is why I must commend platforms like ConsumerHallaTV, which gives the privilege to put out this information there, because they say knowledge is power.
Yeah, it is.
More of these things are health behaviors that we've learned over generations. You see your mother treat any small thing, gives you anti-malaria, gives you 1 dose of antibiotics. When you give birth to, you believe that that is the pattern. And when you've seen it work once, you believe that it will continue to work. So it is on every one of us to put out that information. Like I must commend you telling your friend about the need to go to the hospital to get tested, to get proper treatment.
And then I must commend also you giving your mother a feedback that, okay, this is what I went through.
Listen, no, till now.
But believe me, you've passed the message.
They don't listen. These are our mothers. They don't listen. You tell them a lot of things. They'll be like, and your mom saying, you these children of nowadays. Do you know what's funny is that I feel like what you're saying is very true. It's like a generational thing. My mother did it, so why is it going to be a problem for me? This issue of dusting powder, all this rub for children. If I tell my mother, when I give birth, you will not shake my baby because of shaking baby syndrome. She doesn't believe any of that. Didn't I do it for you? You know how did it?
Did you die?
She tell me, "Shock, like you know, all those. They are very funny. That there are things that, and I now explain to her that. Do you notice that the mortality rate in the country has dropped because people that are giving birth after you guys are more aware. You can't compare the mortality rate of when you were giving birth as at that time, even up to 2007, compared to it now. Even we losing mothers now, some mothers already have their birth plan. They will ask you, do you have blood in store for me? Because they are informed of all of these things. So, but the older generation would not listen. They would not listen to you because we have that issue. And these are issues that I feel like the public healthcare system needs to address. Maybe there's a need for just not taking drugs to rural area. There is a need for proper education. And I love the fact that you came here this morning to address people, to let them know that this is what is going on in the country. You having your baby on the same bed with you is as you saying that you want to just kill that child. God forbid, a lot of people's children die. You just see them, we slept together yesterday, now what happened? You might have rolled, or the people might have rolled and suffocated, but they don't understand any of this because they've been doing it, and so it is very, very safe and practical, which is not always like that.
Very true.
All right, now, what do you think is the fears of Nigerians that make them neglect hospitals and laboratory when they are feeling ill and prefer to do self-medication? Because this is becoming alarming, and right now we need to create that awareness that what you're doing is bad, and it's high time people stop it and do the right thing at the right time.
You see, one of the things I must commend the Lagos state government for is their role in helping to reduce payment of healthcare services out of pocket.
Okay.
So you see the Lagos state, what do they call them now? I think, is it Lamasa or something, that are in charge of HMOs, Lagos State
HMOs,
Health Management
organizations.
Yes. So you see them going to rural communities to tell them that, okay, you can be on this platform and then you don't need to pay for healthcare services.
A lot of them actually.
So,
Niger girls, I've seen a lot.
Yeah. So one of the major contributors for people not patronizing it's money. And would you blame them?
No.
Because the economy has affected the healthcare system too. Take for example, some years ago, I'm a medical laboratory scientist. One of our reagents used in testing HIV used to sell for 18,000 naira. Guess how much it is now?
Just to test for HIV.
As in the kit used for testing. Guess how much it is now?
How much?
120,000.
I was thinking about that.
18,000.
From 18,000.
That was when?
That was about a year ago or a year and a half.
That's 2023. Let's say 2023.
Let's say 2023.
Wow.
Now it's 120,000. Where would the money come from? People will pay. So one of the major reasons why people don't use healthcare facilities is because of money. And then the solution to that is we should encourage our people to be on HMO platforms.
So it's not only because many people think HMO is just for office people, 9 to 5.
No.
So it's not just for office people.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
Mm.
not. With the policy in Lagos State that every worker must be on HMO. If you are employing more than 5 staff, you must place them on HMO.
So Ilera Eco is also like an HMO.
Yes.
Because I know that Ilera Eco, I
Yes,
think it's
Ilera-
for elderly. Is it
Ilera
just
Eco.
for elderly people? It's just
No,
for
it's for everybody.
Okay, okay. That one is for reducing
Yeah.
the money. But it only works for public hospitals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You've commended the Lagos State government in charge of HMOs and all of that. How can the government and the private sector support the medical laboratory scientists in the fight against AMR?
Okay, one of the things that we can do, and we that will help the system, is for research and development.
Okay.
Because when this occurs, new drugs must be discovered, and also funding. Help our system to get funding, so that we can help better place our healthcare system. So there are many ways, and help in surveillance also. So these are ways that the public and private partnerships can help in curbing this particular issue, because it's a menace.
It is.
It is a menace. According to the World Health Organization, about 1.2 million people face this yearly.
Yearly, not the total. Wow.
All
Sorry,
right.
before you
Okay.
go, because I know we are almost at the end
Definitely.
of the program, I want you to help educate the audience watching right now at home, and people are going to still watch the program after we are done with this program, about the fact that AMR is a very important conversation and it's a very important issue that is affecting us. Does it have a cure? These are things I know many of us will want to know. Is it curable, or once you have that particular resistance, you have to be placed on other diagnoses?
Well, antimicrobial resistance for organisms, it's not curable, and it's not, how do I put this now? Malaria is UTI is an infection, it's a disease. STIs can be diseases and all that. But for antimicrobial resistance, it can happen across board. It can happen to just anything, any disease. So if you are resistant to a drug, the thing is that we try to get other drugs that can work for you.
That's what I'm talking about, the personalized medication.
So,
and that's a lot of money, more than the one you're supposed to avoid.
The thing is that if a drug A doesn't work for you, we look for higher strength, which will cost you more money.
You could have avoided that by going to the hospital or by going to a laboratory to, check on what is going on. So what we are saying is that if you develop this particular resistance, which is AMR, antimicrobial resistance, there is no cure for it. So you need, you and your medical team need to look for other medications that would work for you. And trust me, if you don't know that you have this particular issue, it is also an issue that can lead to death. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Because there's some people that go for major surgeries and then they have infection from those surgeries, but you cannot treat them with antifungal or anti-malaria anymore because you're already used to that particular one and it's not working for you. And these infections can be, a facilitator of death. A lot of people have died due to this particular issue. So that's what we are talking about this morning.
All right,
Thank you.
interesting. Now to brush things up, because we have to round the conversation up this morning. What message would you like to convey to Nigerians about the importance of the medical laboratory scientists in combating AMR?
What I would say to us is, beyond seeking medical attention, make sure that when you have things like UTIs, get tested.
Exactly.
Because that's the only way you can know what drug will work for you.
That's true.
Drugs is not one shoe fits all. It's not one shoe fits all. The same this infection that person A has and person B has, maybe one of the drugs can treat A and not treat B.
Really?
So it's due to the exposures we've had over time.
Okay.
So the thing is, when you have you believe that you are feeling sick, seek proper medical attention.
Please do.
And then when you need to use antibiotics, your doctor needs to use antibiotics on you, get tested.
All right, interesting. It's been a insightful and engaging conversation with the help of Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, joining us on Perspective Live in the studio this beautiful morning to talk about the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And hopefully you've said all these things. I hope we, because I don't want to use Nigerians, because we all are Nigerians, so I hope we act swiftly to all these things, and definitely we might overcome the issue of AMR in Nigeria. It's a very beautiful conversation. Mr. Oluwafemi, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation once again. All right, we need to bring all things to an end on Perspective, another beautiful edition of Perspective. Will be back tomorrow. Remember, Perspective is where we talk about all the pressing and burning issues making the round. I am Iri Ayo Mikoleke. Bye for now, and do well to enjoy the rest of your day by being productive. Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AUF is for you. You can get to know about trendy market slashes, promos, offers, and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AUF packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market. From the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHallaTV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. And that is why at ConsumerHallaTV,
you deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHallaTV we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind him, he's just a jealous person.
Oh,
His new movie release, update, and Screen Time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen Time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Toodles! Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrives.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AWUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AWUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AWUF is for you. You can get to know about trending market slashes, promos, offers and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AWUF packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market, from the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHallaTV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media and on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. And that is why at ConsumerHallaTV,
you deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHallaTV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind if it's just a jealous person.
Oh,
It's new movie release, updates, and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment. It is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms,
And the time is 10 o'clock. A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 10. I am Iri Ayomikule, AK. We'll start with the presidency, where the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has written 2 letters to the Senate seeking confirmation of 21 nominees for the boards of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. In the first letter, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominated Senator Magnus Abe to serve as the NUPRC board chair. Senator Abe represented the River South East in the Senate for 2 terms and is also a former NNPC board member and current chairman of the National Agency of the Great Green Wall. According to a statement by a special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Nonuga, yesterday, other nominees for the NUPRC board are Engineer Paul Yaro, who is a former Trade Union Congress chairman in Kaduna State, and Sunday Adebayo Babalola, a former deputy director of the Department of Petroleum Resources, which was abolished by the PRA in 2021, among others. We leave that story now. The executive chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service, formerly the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mr. Zak Adedeji, has asked security agencies to be on alert over a planned nationwide protest against the new tax law. His statement says, and I quote, "I'm using this time to call all the security agencies to be on alert," and made this known on a national TV broadcast where he stressed that the reform was for the interest of the poor, but was being frustrated by some persons. He said further that these are the people that just want to frustrate the benefit of this reform. Meanwhile, while delivering his remark, he warned that those pushing the anti-tax agitations are unpatriotic element, determined to derail the country's fiscal reforms. And now the Nigerian Exchange Limited recorded a major milestone yesterday as its market capitalization crossed about 100 trillion naira, which marked the first time. The data obtained from the NGX show the total market capitalization closed at about 100 trillion naira, reflecting the sustained investor confidence and the strong performance across key sectors of the market. The historic surge underscores the growing depth of Nigeria's capital market, driven by increased participation from both domestic and foreign investors, as well as price appreciation in several large capitalization stocks. We're talking about currency now, as the US dollar inflows into Nigeria's official foreign exchange market fell sharply last week. The total dollar inflow into the Nigerian foreign exchange market declined by 20.67% week on week to about 593 million US dollar, down from the 748 million US dollar in the previous week. A research report published by Coronation Merchant Bank also revealed that the foreign portfolio inflow plunged significantly during the period. The report, however, indicated that the most significant pressure point came from the external segment, where foreign portfolio and direct investment deteriorated steeply. The foreign portfolio investment inflow plunged by 72.91% to 46 million US dollar from 169 million US dollar a week earlier, while the foreign direct investment dropped by 81.87% to just 7 million US dollar compared with 38 million US dollar previously. Away from currency now to the north in Gombe State, to be precise, where the state government has banned all scrap dealers in the state. This development is part of effort to strengthen security and regulate business activities. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Zubairu Umar, announced the decision yesterday, and the statement followed a state expanded Security Council meeting chaired by Governor Inoua Yahaya. Mr. Umar said the ban was so necessary because there is no central union for scrap dealers, and security agencies have reported illegal and suspicious activities linked to the business. It further added that multiple associations with different agendas make regulation and monitoring difficult, and it said the ban will remain until dealers form a unified leadership. And from Gombe State to the UK now, where the UK has introduced new powers to seize the mobile phones and SIM cards from migrants entering illegally. The measures do not require arrests and marks a major escalation in effort to curb the small boat crossings. The UK Home Office said the new power takes effect yesterday at the Manston Processing Centre in Kent, as officials will use them to gather intelligence on smuggling gangs organizing dangerous channels crossings. The technology at the center will allow officers to download data directly from seized devices. Also talking on the news, under the new rule, migrants may be asked to remove outer clothing to reveal hidden phones. In some cases, officials can check inside mouth for concealed SIM cards or devices. The National Crime Agency said intelligence could speed up investigations and help dismantle key smuggling networks. Away from there now, back home, we're talking about aviation, as Airpeace recorded the highest year-on-year seat capacity growth among the African airlines in December 2025, expanding its available seat by 53.4% compared with December 2024. The Nigerian carrier increased its seat capacity from about 285,476 in December 2024 to about 437,974 seats in December 2025, and this marks the strongest expansion among the continent's top airlines for the month. The data was drawn from OAH's monthly airline data update for the African market for December 2025. And according to the OAH report, Airpeace led all airlines in Africa by growth rate in December 2025, even though it ranked behind several larger carriers in absolute seat capacity. Beyond Airpeace, Ryanair Air recorded the second highest growth, increasing its African seat capacity by 24.4% from about 332,295 seats in December 2024 to about 413,411 seats in December 2025. This was followed by Ethiopian Airlines, which expanded capacity by 14.1%, rising from about 1.7 million seats to 1.9 million seats, maintaining its position as the continental largest airline by seats. If you're just joining us on the news, this is ConsumerHallaTV News at 10, where we give you the latest update. We move away from aviation now. Let's talk about the executive chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service, formerly the Federal. Alright, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. Now let's move on to Ogun State. In Ogun State, the latest news says the Ogun State Commissioner for Housing, Jamiu Omoni, yesterday said the state government plans to deliver not fewer than 3,000 housing units in 2026, backed by budgetary allocation of over 100 billion naira for the sector. Commissioner Omoni also disclosed that the government will deliver 579 low-income housing units in the second quarter of 2026 out of the 2,500 units planned for workers around Siu in Obafemi Owode local government area of the state. The commissioner explained that the low-income housing units will be jointly developed by the Ministry of Housing, Ogun State Housing Corporation, and the Ogun State Property and Investment Corporation. The commissioner added that the administration of Governor Dapo Abiodun had set a target of providing 10,000 housing units for residents of the state and had in the last 6.5 years delivered over 5,000 units with a commitment to bridge the deficit before the end of the administration in May 2027. And away from Ogun State, let's talk about bad news that happened in Lagos State. The fire outbreak happened yesterday and it caught an open recycling space and spread to nearby buildings along the pipeline road off Ekoro Road, Abulegba, Lagos State. We're still talking on the news. The Controller General of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Services, Mrs. Margaret Adesheye, confirmed the incident in a statement. According to her, she said a distress call was received at about 8 minutes after 1, reporting the incident at number 15 Pipeline Road. She said the preliminary investigations show that the fire started in an open space used for local recycling activities operated by some individuals. She said one adult female suffered shock at the scene and was stabilized by emergency responders. According to her, no fatalities were recorded during the incident. And she said firefighters eventually brought the fire under control, preventing its spread to adjoining properties. She made it known that investigations were ongoing to determine the exact cause of the outbreak. And she reaffirmed the agency's commitment to protecting lives and property and urged residents to comply strictly with fire safety regulations. And on behalf of that news, please let's observe the necessary precautions during this Ramadan season for us to be safe. We appreciate you for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 10. I am Iri Ayomi Kunle, aka. Good morning and stay with us.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrives.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free, ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Hi people, my name is Mo Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. On this TV, you'd watch, you'd learn, you'd be educated, and you'd be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy TV. If you have a problem, anything, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Joba Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Sharon Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHallaTV. Now, ConsumerHallaTV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they'll be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers-based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHallaTV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHallaTV where they discuss anything consumer needs and